Go ahead.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name's Jim and I'm making this video because I'm selling my 2001 SeaRay 185. This has been a great boat for our family. We used it as a way to get into boating on the Hudson River to see if we liked it, and we absolutely loved it, but we are selling it because we did decide to upgrade. So I'm making this video today because I have been getting questions about how it handles in the water. We're going to do a water test later on, but starting off we're going to do a quick walk around here just so you can see the boat itself. So you can see as we go around here, the hull is in very good condition. You'll notice that there is some discoloring down here. I had an issue with barnacles this year on the Hudson River. Previous owner had this on the lake, so did not have that issue. But you can see the next owner, if you are putting it in the Hudson, or if you're using it anywhere where there is marine growth, you will want to go ahead and give that some hull paint. The trailer itself is in good condition. It is a bunk trailer. For spring maintenance, I would go ahead and replace the carpets, and if you're doing that, you might as well replace the bunk boards as well. But otherwise, the trailer is in good shape. I have all the paperwork for it as well, and the trailer wiring does work also. For the boat itself, you can see the canvases are in good shape. These were replaced by the previous owner a year ago. I bought the boat in June, and we used it for the full season. So we have the section here, which covers the main part of the boat. And as this is a Bowrider and we have the open bow part here, we have another canvas up here as well. All the lighting on the boat works, anchor up front, and we'll take you around to the other side. All right, so other side of the boat, same thing. You can see hull's in good shape. There are a couple of small nicks along the way here, so some docking mistakes over the years from the previous owner, and maybe one or two from me. This striping here is something that cosmetically you may want to replace that, but otherwise no issues with the hull. And then taking a look at the trailer on this side as well, you can see everything is in good shape here. We have the trailer wheels, we have the spare over here as well, and we have some additional tie-down straps also just to stabilize it when we are moving it. Okay. And we'll take you around to show you the outdrive. All right, as we look at the outdrive, so the engine is a 4.3 Merc Cruiser, and this is the Alpha 1 outdrive here. So the outdrive is in good shape. I replaced the zincs this year on it. You can see a little bit of discoloring here. Some of that is from some cleaning that still needs to, that was done, and a little bit more that needs to be done. I replaced the prop on it this year. There was a chip in the outdrive, something that did not affect the performance, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I did some JB Marine weld in there just to fill that in and to make it safe for anyone that's coming on and off the swim platform. We have our swim ladder here. So it's a 3-rung ladder. So great for getting in and out at the sandbar. And this boat does not have much of a swim platform, but it is enough certainly to walk around out here and to get on and off. And at the end of the video, I'll talk about some of the things that we loved about the boat and some things that were some drawbacks and the reasons that we decided to upgrade.
Good.
All right. So hi everyone, we're here on Lake Mahopac in New York.
The boat's so noisy.
We have a pontoon boat in the background here making a little bit of noise. So we'll talk a little bit more once we do get out on the lake. But this is our water test, so we're going to take this out and we're going to show you guys how it performs. As you can see, it is late October here. A lot of the leaves have changing leaves, so this will be the last time that we do have it out in the water. And my intent here is to be able to give you a sense of how the boat rides, because obviously we're not going to be taking anyone out on water tests if they are interested in buying the boat. So let's hop on and get started. Switch places, and I got my cameraman Frank at the wheel right now. You can see, I mean, this is an incredibly smooth ride for a boat. And this is an older boat, so I think anyone that does buy it, you're going to have your share of little things that you want to work on. Does need spark plugs, something I would do in the spring, and there might be some little odd net maintenance things. But for the rest of it, it's a clean boat. The upholstery is in good shape. The previous owner always kept a bottle of Spray 9 on board to clean the seats, and I did the same. And in a little bit, we'll open up the engine and compartment and give you a look at that. We have it open up a little bit more now. We're just over 40 miles per hour. The fastest I've gone in this is 45. That was just with me in the boat. Right now we have 2 passengers and a full tank of gas in here. So if it's going to cause a little bit of lag on it, but you can see we're just over 40 miles per hour right now. The capacity for this boat is listed as 8 people and 1,100 pounds. So that's some combination of adults, kids, and some skinny people. It's about 140 pounds each. The most I've had on this boat is 6 adults and 1 toddler. And we were on a lake similar to this, and we didn't run into any performance issues. With that many people on a small boat like that, you do start tripping over each other a little bit. There is not a lot of storage space on this, but there are some nice features. For example, in this cooler here, this is a self-bailing cooler right in the glove box underneath, so you can fill that with ice, drinks, sandwiches for the day. And then we have the glove box here, which has a very old radio, which does work. The sound system on this is pretty limited, so, and also working on a single battery system, which I never like to run the audio on that when I was sitting at a sandbar. So you're probably better off with a Bluetooth speaker. Okay. We do have the closing windshield here. Okay. And you can.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. All right, so moment of truth here. Right now we're idling on the lake, and we're going to open up the engine so you can take a look at that. So, of course, anyone that does come look at the boat, I'm happy to start this in my driveway for you or your mechanic. But at least here we'll take a look as we're running for a little while, and just take a look here. So this is a 4.3-liter Merc Cruiser. One thing I'll admit, the engine is a little dirty, needs to be wiped down, but otherwise, everything's in good working order. Engine runs smoothly, it's relatively quiet. A little rough when you do start it, but I attribute that to the plugs. But then it does idle and it runs pretty quietly here, so you can have a conversation at a normal voice volume, even with the cabinet open like this. We've got a spark arrestor here. Power steering is good. Oil, this is due for an oil change, something to be done in the spring. But otherwise, hoses, belts are all in good condition, wiring all intact. Haven't had any issues. Bilge pump is working well, so that's something that will bail. And the blower underneath, which that little white thing in the corner there, that's something that I did replace. The last one did short out, so this one did put a new one in there. Underneath here, which I won't open this up, these panels do come off after a couple of screws both sides. On the left side, we have the trim pump and the solenoids. I replaced one of the relays, so the trim does go up. So everything works fine there, up and down. And on the right side is the single battery compartment. Okay? And this closes with a simple flip here. And this closes to give you your sun pad. One thing, if we look off the back here, I will say we do not have a tremendous swim platform back here. We have a ledge, and this is something that's great for people to stand up here, to be able to jump off. We have a ladder so people can get in and out of swimming. But one thing I did look up online, there are a lot of nice options for aftermarket swim platforms. So there's the one that's the semicircle, and then there's the one that goes the full length as well. So if you wanted to make a small boat a little bit bigger, that's an option for you as well. Okay. So we already talked about the covers, the blue canvases for transporting, and great if it's on the trailer or if it's on the at your slip at the dock. So those are great, those are in good condition. Those were just replaced a little over a year ago. And then the bimini was replaced 2 years ago. So still have the original cover here, which is in good shape. And then once we take that off to get a look at this, okay. These 2 little straps here. And this pulls forward. So you can see the canvas itself is in very good shape. We didn't use it a lot when we were driving. You can at lower speeds, but with any of these it does act like a little bit of a parachute, so you will see a performance issue with that. But then these just simply clip on there. And you get good shade from right here at the windshield and back to these seats here. that right in the middle section. This middle seat here, this does recline fully. There's a little bit of storage there. And then outside of that, there's storage under the 2 front seats in the bow, and there's a storage locker here as well.
Okay. Do you have any rips or tears anywhere?
So you can see as you look around the seats, if you want to look at the front ones here. Okay. All in good shape. Needs a little bit of cleaning. I'm fighting with my leaves right now every time I open this up. Small blemish here on this cushion. Okay, no big deal. See, driver's seat here is in good shape. Tiny tear right over here, but again, nothing that's really been impactful. This is an aftermarket bolster seat, so some boats do have flip-ups. This is something about aftermarket, just so I can sit and be a little taller than the windshield. This is passenger seat. You can see no tears or blemishes here, and this is the back end of it. The nice thing with this seat is you can turn this into a lounger, simply. So that's something that's nice to be able to lay out flat, or if you are sitting and you want to be able to have some extra seats here, you can sit 3 or 4 people going across. Back seats, I took these off to be able to pop up the engine. These are both in good shape. And then we have this big sun pad here as well. I will say that there is a slice back here. Looks like the previous owner did try to repair that. Again, it's at the very end. It's not in a major sitting area, so something that didn't cause us any problems, but just know that that is it over there.
Go ahead.
All right, so that's it. That's the final walkthrough of the SeaRay 185. This is a 2001. It's 18.5 feet long. I'll post a link in the description below that you can see the ad on Craigslist for it. And basically what I'm doing, it's the end of October now. I'm going to leave it listed for a couple more weeks, and then I'm going to winterize it if it doesn't sell, and I'll put it back up in the spring. But if you're interested, feel free to reach out, and we can send you any more pictures or any other video that you'd like to see.